Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today. We're going to be taking a deep dive into AI and project management. We're looking at this great article from PM Connection. It's called Bridging the AI Gap in Project Management, Why It Matters and What to Do.
Yeah, it's a really interesting one.
So it seems like AI is, kind of blasted off like a rocket
Yeah.
and project management is kind of stuck.
It's interesting, right? You think that project management would be one of the first fields to really embrace this new technology.
Yeah, for sure.
But this article really highlights that the gap that we're seeing isn't just about the tools or, having the latest software.
Okay, so it's deeper than that.
It's a deeper issue, and they kind of break it down into these three key challenges.
Okay, so what are those three key challenges?
Well, first is that rocket ship analogy again.
Right.
AI is advancing so rapidly.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up.
It's really hard to keep up. So even if you wanted to implement the latest AI, it might be outdated in a month.
Yeah, you learn one thing and then it's like, okay,
Exactly.
10 more things have come out.
And that kind of leads into the second challenge, which is this fear of the unknown.
Hmm.
A lot of project managers, they think about AI. They think okay, I need to learn how to code. I need to, become a data scientist or something.
Right.
But that's really not the case.
So you're telling me I don't need to enroll in a computer science program?
Not at all. No, the article really emphasizes how user-friendly a lot of these AI tools are becoming.
Okay.
They have these intuitive interfaces that anyone can use, even if you're not a tech expert.
That makes me feel better already.
And in fact, there are, AI-powered tools out there that can analyze your team's availability, look at project deadlines, and even factor in individual work styles.
Oh, no.
To optimize your entire project calendar.
So it's doing all the work for you.
Exactly. It saves you hours of manual effort.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds a lot less intimidating than I thought.
Right.
So what's that third hurdle then?
Well, I think it boils down to this idea of competing priorities.
Oh, yeah.
Project managers are already juggling a million things.
Always busy.
Always busy. So it's understandable that, implementing new technologies, even if they promise big benefits, it can kind of fall to the bottom of the to-do list.
Right. You're just trying to survive.
Exactly. So the article really emphasizes that organizations need to kind of proactively encourage AI adoption.
All right.
They need to build a culture where, experimenting with new technologies is celebrated.
I like that.
Maybe even incentivize using these tools to free up time for more strategic thinking.
So what happens if these companies kind of ignore all this? What if they just say, nah, we're good with our spreadsheets.
Right.
We don't need any fancy AI.
The article paints a pretty stark picture of what they'd be missing out on.
Okay.
So imagine instead of spending hours manually updating spreadsheets and chasing down status reports, you could delegate those tasks to an AI assistant.
Wait, hold on. So you're saying AI can just take over all those tedious admin tasks?
Absolutely. And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Okay, there's more.
There's a lot more. Let's talk about risk management.
Okay.
Imagine AI analyzing massive amounts of data from past projects, spotting patterns and red flags that humans might miss.
So it's like having a crystal ball, but for projects.
It's like an early warning system.
Wow.
For your projects.
So instead of being blindsided by unexpected problems, you can kind of see them coming to get ahead of them.
Exactly. It's about proactively mitigating risks and avoiding those last-minute scrambles that can throw a project off track.
Okay, yeah, that would save a lot of stress.
For sure.
So it sounds like, we're just starting to kind of tap into the potential of AI and project management.
Yeah, we're really just getting started.
What else can it do?
Well, think about using AI to align your day-to-day tasks with the bigger picture, ensuring that every decision you make is contributing to the overall strategic goals of the project. It's about using data to make smarter decisions at every stage.
So it's not just about doing things faster, it's about doing things better and smarter.
Exactly. And when you consider the competitive landscape,
Oh, yeah.
this is where it gets really interesting because the organizations that are embracing AI are gaining a serious edge. They can deliver projects faster, more efficiently, and with less risk.
So the companies that are ignoring this are kind of putting themselves at a disadvantage.
Yeah, they risk falling behind.
This is kind of a big deal.
It is. It's not just some optional add-on. AI is becoming essential for companies that want to stay ahead of the curve.
So knowing all this, where do we even begin?
Right.
What can project managers and, anyone who's involved in projects, what can they do to kind of bridge this AI gap?
Well, luckily, the article doesn't just highlight the problem. It also offers some solutions.
Okay.
So the first step is investing in targeted training.
Okay.
They specifically mention this course called AI Essentials for Project Managers.
Uh-huh.
And from the description, it seems like a really great place to start.
So it's kind of like AI for beginners, kind of.
Yeah, it seems like it's designed to demystify AI,
Right.
make it approachable and practical for project managers who might feel intimidated by the tech side of things.
I'm feeling less intimidated already just hearing about it.
Good.
So what else can we do?
Well, the article also emphasizes the importance of fostering a culture of experimentation.
Okay, I like that.
So it's about encouraging teams to try new things, pilot AI solutions in smaller projects, and then openly share what they've learned.
So it's okay if things don't work perfectly the first time.
Exactly. It's about embracing that fail fast, learn faster mentality.
Yeah, I like that.
And remember that LinkedIn group we talked about earlier, AI and project management.
Hmm.
That's another great way to connect with others in the field, share best practices, and learn from each other's experiences.
Okay, community.
Exactly. It's about bringing together project managers and AI specialists to collaborate, share knowledge, and really push the boundaries of what's possible.
I like that.
Yeah.
So we've talked about, the challenges, the solutions, even kind of like the bigger picture of AI and project management.
Uh-huh.
What do you think is like the most important takeaway from all this?
Honestly, I think it's the sense of urgency.
Okay.
We're not talking about some distant future. This is happening now. AI is already transforming project management.
And we need to catch up.
And the gap is real, but so are the opportunities.
It's exciting.
It is. It's exciting. We have the power to choose which side of the equation we want to be on.
Right. So it's not just about like keeping up with the latest trends. It's about like shaping the future of how we work and how we achieve our goals.
Exactly. And that brings us to an important question for our listeners,
Okay.
Thinking about your specific role in industry, what unique opportunities or challenges do you think AI might present?
That's a good question.
Yeah, something to think about.
What really resonates with me is this idea that we're not just like passive observers in all of this.
Right.
We have the power to shape how AI is integrated into project management. But we'll have more to say about that in just a bit. Stay tuned for part 2 of our deep dive.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Sounds good.
So, we were talking about creating a culture of experimentation earlier.
Right.
And I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, it's a key ingredient for any kind of innovation, really.
But the article also talks about these like teachable failures.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not sure I fully understand that concept.
It's about kind of shifting our perspective on, setbacks and seeing them as opportunities to learn.
Okay, but how can a failure be teachable?
Well, think about it this way. In a traditional setting, failures are often, kind of swept under the rug.
Yeah, people don't like to talk about them.
Right. But in a culture that embraces experimentation, those failures become valuable data points.
Okay.
They offer insights into what didn't work, which can then help us refine our approach and ultimately get closer to success.
So instead of being afraid of failure, we should be analyzing it.
Exactly, turning it into data that we can learn from.
Okay.
And that data is crucial for continuous improvement. It helps us identify blind spots, challenge assumptions, and develop more effective strategies.
And especially with something like AI that's constantly evolving.
Right.
It seems like that approach is really important.
Absolutely. It takes some of the pressure off. Not every attempt has to be a home run.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It fosters a more creative and innovative environment, which is exactly what we need in the world of AI.
So do you have any like real-world examples of this in action?
Yeah, actually, there's a great example in the article about a construction company that was struggling with cost overruns.
Okay.
They started using an AI-powered tool that analyzed data from past projects. And guess what? It identified a pattern of underestimating material costs.
Oh, wow.
So by tweaking their estimation process, they were able to significantly reduce those overruns.
That's amazing. So they turned their failures into like a success.
Right, exactly. And it also highlights the importance of collaboration, not just within a project team, but across different departments.
Right, because you need people with different areas of expertise.
Exactly. Bridging the AI gap isn't just a job for project managers. It requires expertise from data scientists, software developers, even business leaders. Everyone needs to be on board.
Yeah, it's like a team effort.
Right. And that reminds me of that LinkedIn group we mentioned earlier, AI and project management. That seems like a perfect place to start fostering those connections.
So it's about building a community where people can share their knowledge and learn from each other.
Yes, exactly. It's not about replacing humans with machines. It's about empowering people with the right tools and knowledge.
This has been so interesting.
Yeah, it's a fascinating topic.
We've talked about the challenges, the solutions, and even like the bigger picture of AI and project management. what do you think is the key takeaway from all this?
I think it's that AI isn't some far-off concept.
Right.
It's here now, and it's already changing the game.
Yeah, and we can either ignore it or we can embrace it.
Right, and I think the exciting thing is that we have the power to shape how AI is integrated into project management.
Yeah, it's not just about adapting to new technology. It's about using it to create a more efficient, innovative, and ultimately successful future for our projects.
I couldn't have said it better myself, but this conversation isn't over yet. There's one more piece to this puzzle we need to explore.
Okay, so stay with us. We'll be right back with the final part of our deep dive into AI and project management. Okay, so we're back.
And ready to dive into the final part of our AI and project management deep dive.
You know, we've talked a lot about the challenges and the solutions, but I'm really curious to explore like the really big picture stuff.
Right, like how AI could completely change how we even think about project management.
Yeah, exactly. We're not just talking about like, little tweaks or improvements here.
It's about a fundamental shift. Imagine AI analyzing huge amounts of data from past projects, uncovering these patterns and insights that humans could never see on their own.
It's like having an AI mentor who's seen it all.
That's a great way to put it. Think about risk management.
Okay.
What if AI could predict potential problems before they even happen?
That would be amazing.
Project managers could proactively mitigate risks, avoid those costly delays that can just derail a project.
You would make things so much more predictable.
But it's not just about preventing bad things from happening.
Okay.
AI could also really boost innovation and creativity.
How so?
Well, imagine using AI to generate different project plans, explore different ways to allocate resources, or even identify breakthroughs that humans might have overlooked.
Like brainstorming with a super intelligent computer.
Right. AI can challenge our assumptions and help us see problems from a whole new angle. Think about a design team using AI to analyze user feedback and market trends.
Okay.
That data could lead to some really innovative product features that nobody had even thought of before.
That's really cool. But all this makes me wonder, if AI can do all this, will we even need human project managers in the future?
That's a question a lot of people are asking.
Yeah.
It's understandable to be concerned, but I think ultimately AI will enhance the role of the project manager.
Okay, so not replace them.
Not replace them. The key is to adapt and evolve alongside AI and focus on those uniquely human skills that machines just can't replicate.
Like what?
Things like leadership, communication, empathy, creative problem-solving, strategic thinking.
So those soft skills are becoming even more important.
Exactly. Those are the skills that will be in even higher demand in an AI-driven world.
So project managers need to kind of level up their skills.
Right, become more than just a task manager.
Become a leader, a strategist.
And it all goes back to that idea of continuous learning and experimentation.
Right, always be learning.
Project managers need to embrace new technologies, try new approaches, always be learning.
It sounds like a really exciting time to be in project management.
It is. There's so much potential.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, we've covered a lot of ground, from the challenges to the incredible possibilities.
It's clear that AI is more than just a new technology.
It's a whole new way of working.
And project management is at the center of it all.
By embracing AI and adapting to its capabilities,
we can create a future where projects are more efficient, more innovative, and ultimately more successful.
So to our listeners out there, what unique opportunities does AI present for your projects and your goals?
Yeah. How can you use this technology to achieve even greater things?
The future of project management isn't something that's just happening to us.
We're shaping it.
So go out there, embrace AI, and let's build that future together.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.